I happened to be perusing Marketplace the other day and I came across this listing for an old logging truck for sale. It's a 1970 Chevy C60 with a 366 big block Chevrolet motor. Seat's a little rough, but the interior's there. Old Chevy. A few dings and dents here and there, but not a whole lot of rust on the truck though. Body looks pretty solid. Another look at the interior. Needs to be cleaned up a little bit, but it's all there. Don't look too bad. There's the air cleaner. Good place for it. I've been wanting to get an old logging truck for some time to go out in the woods and pick up my logs to haul them to my sawmill without dragging them too far in the dirt. Same thing with the firewood. Haul it out without getting it too dirty to ruin the chain on my chainsaw. So when I showed up to look at the truck the other day, the guy had the truck running and he was trying to bleed the hydraulics. And he couldn't get it to bleed, couldn't get the hydraulics working, and the boom was down on the ground. And he couldn't get it back up onto the bed of the truck. I made him an offer to buy the truck as it sits, and he accepted my offer. So I hired this guy with the backhoe to pick up the boom and put it on the back of the truck so I can drive it out of here. That big block Chevrolet motor seems to run pretty good in this truck. The guy threw in the welder on the back of the truck. He says it runs. Gave me the leads and everything, so I guess I'll find out at some point if that's true or not. So here we're picking up the boom and putting it on the back of the truck. I didn't do a very good job of hooking the chain here on the backhoe, and it slipped off, so had to rehook it. Take another stab at it. Get that boom up there. Well, there it is. The boom's on the back of the truck. Now I just got to get her chained down, secured, so it don't slide off the side or anything. Make the road trip back home. Good to go. Now I just need to test the truck out, make sure it moves forward, make sure reverse works, make sure the brakes work. All that good stuff. So far, so good. Let me go see if it'll shift now. It's got a 20-speed transmission. And of course, you got to double clutch it. She shifted fine. Brakes seem to work. Reverse works. Looking good. Okay, operational check ride complete. Everything seems to be working well enough to drive this baby home. So I'm going to take a stab at it, see if she can make it. So here we go. Thumbs up, baby. Don't forget to subscribe. Oh yeah, made it. She did run a little ragged at times on the trip home, going up some of the hills and whatnot. I found that this engine doesn't like to run at higher RPMs. It's better to lug it a little bit. It ran quite a bit better. But I took it easy on the way home, and it made it. So I'm pretty happy about that. Oh yeah. Alrighty then, moving on. After I bought the old blue Chevy logging truck, I remembered that one of my neighbors had an old Ford logging truck that's been sitting for many years. And I was thinking it'd be good to have another one for parts or whatever. So I gave him a call and asked him if he wanted to get rid of it. And he said he did. And we agreed on a price. So now it's time to go drag it home. So it was sitting off to the right there for about 30 years. And we started dragging it out with my skidder, but it couldn't make the turn and it kind of got stuck crosswise on the driveway there. So my neighbor decided to see if he can drag the back end of it around with his forwarder. So he's just getting it turned around and coming up to see if he can get it straightened out on the driveway and drag it out to the main road so we can pull it the rest of the way home. So he's coming up with his forwarder and he's going to see if he can hook the blade of his forwarder underneath the rear of the frame on the truck and drag it around to straighten it out on the driveway here. And there it goes, dragging it around like nothing. No problem. Beautiful. So before we tried to move this truck, the forward tandem axle had the air brakes locked up on it, and we didn't have any caging tools to get in there and release the brakes on it. And so we ended up taking the tires off the forward axle and chaining it up so it didn't drag on the ground. And that seemed to work pretty good for getting it back. So now we're trying to pull it out, get it lined up on this driveway here. You can't really tell in the video, but right at the edge of this driveway on both sides there's a pretty steep drop off. You can't really see it with the trees there, but it's quite steep, so you need to make sure it's lined up pretty good on the driveway. And I'm getting a little bit too close to the edge there. Too close for comfort, but we're managing to inch it out. So that forwarder, it's kind of difficult to maneuver it with the articulated steering, so my neighbor decided to use his backhoe. It'd be a little easier to maneuver that thing in the narrow driveway there, so he's coming to get the backhoe. So that's much easier to pull it out. No problem. Getting her lined up here on the road. Now that the truck is nicely on the road, I need to go get my skidder, bring it up here so we can drag it the rest of the way home. Well, here we go. Thumbs up, baby. Don't forget to subscribe. Started pulling real heavy all of a sudden, and I had to downshift. You notice that right front brake is dragging on there. There's smoke rolling off of it. Well, here we are, another 100 yards or so. You can see that smoke just billowing off that right front brake. I was sort of thinking about parking this thing next to the blue logging truck, but with that brake dragging real hard and darn near catching on fire, figured we better just leave it here for now. I can always move it later after I get that brake freed up.
Ja, ik moest het nog heel dit was maar.
Well, I guess I own 2 logging trucks now. 2 more projects to add to the list of my other projects.
When I was young, my daddy said, gotta keep one eye open in your bed. 'Cause there's a time coming when the devil gonna come for you. So my trigger fingers stay prepared. I've got my weapon and I got my
Hey, thanks for watching. Thumbs up, baby. Don't forget to subscribe.